sometimes when you're talking to attorneys, even doctors, sometimes I feel like they don't really comprehend what we do on a day-to-day basis, what goes on at home. She comes in and sits down on the couch and is a part of our lives and sees everything that happens on a day-to-day basis. And so I think she has a more clear vision of how to help us when it comes to the logistics of how to take care of him. Well, your Jarvis as a whole, I think a lot of people don't understand that they need help navigating a situation like this. I think people think that if they go and get a will done, everything's all done. And that's not the case. There's a lot more that goes into it. And, even, for example, Megan as a social worker, helping with the day-to-day, because things I think sometimes get overlooked as to Monday to Tuesday to Wednesday to, and so on. And I think that they just look at things like from an appointment to an appointment basis. And Megan knows that we don't live like that. She's aware of the fact that we got to take care of him every single day. So I think that it's very beneficial to have a law firm that's looking out for your well-being, and then having a social worker that's attached to that is even deeper than just taking care of the situation. For helping us understand, I mean, like doctors, I think that people, when they start to explain things to you, they are coming off or from a place where they do it every single day, and they take for granted that they understand, that we understand everything. And it's not that we don't, but it's we don't maybe understand how it works or how it's going to work for us. And so having her there to just simply explain things to us and help us understand fully what that means for us, not for our neighbor or for the person that we talk to at the store, but for us. And so it's been very beneficial for just understanding things clearly.
I would just recommend a social worker to every elder care law firm if it was me.
And the reason we've come to an attorney or law firm is because it got very overwhelming. This form, that form, the house, you got to pay this, you got to pay that. And it's very overwhelming. And so they help us with that. But in explaining things, it's sometimes we need a further understanding, because it's their whole life that that's out in front of you. This is everything that my mom and dad have worked for their entire lives. And so it's very emotional. And so having her there to kind of explain things and make sure that we understand, and checking back with us and being available to us, has been very beneficial, because then you feel more comfortable that you're making the right choices. Yes, and you have to speak government, and I don't think most people do. I mean, it's very difficult. And I mean, sometimes I feel like the system's set up for people to fail. And it's, like I said, people, I think, sometimes go to, an attorney and they get a will done and they think that they've crossed all their T's and dotted all their I's. And that's not the case when it comes to caring for an individual in your home. So it's, protecting their rights and their assets, because it's scary. So
Where the attorney does the financial part, I think she does the other part of letting us know about things. Just like you have an agency come in, what they might offer a social worker, the next time you may get another one, and so on.
And then you get different care. So if it's the same person every time, they know where we left off. You don't have to re-explain everything, because, my sister's here and she cares for my dad when the aides are not here. And it's very difficult to have to explain yourself every single time you have to talk to someone. That's probably one of the most exhausting things that she deals with, is having to re-explain things to, everyone, doctors, nurses, aides, everything. So, Megan's the one person that we don't have to re-explain ourselves to. So that's very comforting.